Hi everybody, welcome back to StoneBlock episode 21 with me, Sid, and we had a very successful stream at the weekend. So successful that we got to the point where we managed to make these, and we got to here, and I realised I cocked up my recipes and I was a little bit shy on Infinity Catalyst and DMC. So first things first, I had a little bit of a AFK session, but before I AFK'd, I realised we had a slight problem with backlog in here. This was just not keeping up. Now it's running quite slowly at the moment because I've turned some of the watchers off, and you'll see why in a moment. But I managed to get this up so fast that this was never emptying, and this just could not keep up. And so what I did is actually really not keeping up very well at all there. What I actually did is, because that one's getting it. It doesn't really matter which one's getting it. I basically did one there, that one there. There's one goes down here, which is also getting a lot of juice at the moment. And there's also a fourth one there. So in theory, if this is ever completely overloaded, it will do its work. And the reason it will get completely overloaded was I added another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, I think it is. There's a 4, a 3, and a 4, so that's 8. Yeah, that's 11, isn't it? An additional 11 watchers, which are currently off, so they've slowed that down sufficiently. But then what I did is I went and stood in here for around about 20 hours. Obviously I didn't stay watching. I AFK'd. So consequently our cobble situation is yeah, we've got 2 trillion, no, just shy of 3 trillion EMC, I think that is. I have no idea. The numbers are starting to get kind of meaningless, but it does mean we should be able to get 1, 2, 3, 4 of those and get the all important last piece of this particular 8 of that's what we needed. Wait, and I kind of cocked up on the rest of this, so just ignore that. We didn't see that. Anyway, we need 8 of these to make the transmutation tablet. Now we're not going to make this today. This is only a step in the right direction, but if we were to go and have a look at the transmutation tablet again, probably easier to go the other way. It's basically 1, 2, 3, so 2 either side next to the Gaia spirits. So yeah, you heard me. 1, 2, 3, there. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Is it there, and there, and there? Does that look about right? It does. So then we've got ender stars. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 ender stars. We can get that together. What else do we need? Well, we can probably get the rest of that down. There's a lot of this we can do now, but there's other bits we can't. So if we have a look at ender stars, we need 8 of those. 6, 7, 8. Well, we'll stick a little bit more cobble in through this system until we are pretty much there, and then we shall chuck it all in. That's 51 billion RF. That should tide us over. So we need 8 of those. Those are also going to be used in this transmutation. So we need a transmutation table. That is used in that. We need quantum storage units. I don't suppose I've got those in here, have I? I have. 1, 2, 3, 4. Gaia spirit ingots, forget for the time being. Red matter blocks, we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 4, 8, 12. Get 12 of those. What else? HDPE is not available. Energy condenser Mark II. Yeah, that's easy. Mark II. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then a whole bunch of that, which is 3, 6, 7, 14, 21. A bit more than I've got in my inventory. But again, it's not a major problem because I've got 2,500 of those because I've just done a big AFK session. And it did occur to me that what I should have done was also, while we were at it, is probably put a watch there, but not as big an issue because we pretty much have all the things for that. Right, this is going to go like that. That's going to go there, 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 and there. Let's have a look then. We've got 4 and 4 and 4, and then it's just the red matter blocks. They go, where did they go again? I've lost myself. Right, so every other one of those. So we can do the HP DPE. That really isn't an issue. It's just a matter of time. It's just the Gaia spirit ingots, which we need 4 of those. So we're going to have to fight a Gaia spirit at some point. That's kind of given. But to fight a Gaia spirit, we're going to need to do a little bit of work. We're going to need to get our Botania on. And actually, I shouldn't have put that there. We're going to need to get all the stuff necessary to make a Gaia Garden arena and all the usual paraphernalia involved with that, and maybe just stack the odds a little bit in our favour. At the moment, we've really not got much, and I think Cyclic will give me a few things that we can use to play in our favour. Maybe. Usually it has. Cyclic's pretty good for having some toys that do stuff. And I'm sure there are, there's obviously like these charms. I thought there was a wither charm, but maybe I'm mistaken. And I don't think, have we got a wither? We haven't got rustic in this, have we? Not rustic. You know the one I mean, the one with the anti-wither armour. Gives you strength, fire resistance and resistance, but not wither resistance, strangely enough, which you would have thought it did. Clearly doesn't. There is probably a means. We'll have to have a look at that, but anyway, that's kind of stuff to go forward to. However, right at the end of the stream, if you collared me, you will know that I got a little bit excited. And I've got nothing on me to make. Let me have a look at brass. Have I got any aluminium brass before I start? Just because I don't. No. Okay. In which case we'll use gold. I don't care. I got a little bit excited. And that is because I discovered this thing. So we need one. I should have. Have I got a tough tool rod? Tough tool rod. If I were a tool rod of toughness, I don't have a tree, so I need 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 8 of those in there. And that was one too many. Oh, we've actually got a little bit of gold as well. There we go. There's one. So yeah, I got kind of carried away and a bit excited by this particular thing. Battery cast. There's your barrel cast. Or pipe piece. Stone laser cast. See, you can see why I'm getting excited here. Just because it was shiny and I'd never seen it before. And clearly, because of that, it needed to be dealt with. So yeah, what I did is I went and had a look at that, and if we have a look at the various casts, we should be able to see what if we go in here and have a look at this, which is the laser gun, you should be able to see what these can be made up of. And for example, let's go over to the are any of you going to show me anything worthwhile? Okay. Plus tick. So the battery can be made of stone, which can only be used for the cast. Then we've got the manulin, copper. Manulin has got a 120,000 RF charge, silver, blaze rod, end rod battery cell. How do I make an end rod battery cell? Do I make it out of end rods? I mean, it would seem reasonable. Have I got end rods? I don't know whether I do. Osmium, fluix crystal, redstonia, enori, nickel. So manulin would be that end rod one would be the best. I don't know if I've got end rods. I have one. Do I have chorus? I've got the flower, so I can grow them, which is a possibility. And end rods themselves are, let's have a look. Hang on. End rod. I'm going to assume it must be, well, we can make them out of these with, you know what, manulin. I like manulin. Manulin is a really nice material, and that requires 3. So let me put in 1, 2, 3 of those, and we can pop that back. Right, next, let's continue looking at the various things. Plastic. So the pipe has a whole load of rhodium. No idea. There's some very supremium. Obviously we can do. Durability is pretty good. Even better. Has it got insanium? Or have we got dark wood? Red matter. It's got a good durability. I don't really trust that particular thing though. Emerald. Too many things to choose from. Again, let's have a look. What's a manulin like? Rubbish compared to, say, a Chaos Awakened Draconium. Wyvern, no. Elementium, I really don't know where to go with for the pipe. Again, I want to do something that's actually pretty good. I wonder whether we can melt that, or whether we actually need to put that in. Let's have a look. Have I got any red matter in the system? I don't. Right, first things first, let's get a battery made. One of them. Go and get myself a red matter block. That should be sufficient. I don't know whether we can melt this or not. Let's find out. We can't. So, in which case, if I go into the pattern chest and go and get a pipe piece and then come back to the part builder and put that in there, get rid of you, pop that in there. Doesn't seem to want to play. Interesting. Anyway, we've got you. So where do I go? Do we go with an emeraldic pipe? No, it's got to be something we can make, hasn't it? Infinity pipe. It's got a good durability, and that is just made by melting an infinity. Oh god, it's just an infinity ingot, he says. What else was it? I've lost myself now. Infinity, pink slime, plastic, supremium. We've got all of those options. Constantine, treated wood, demonic. Oh, that's crap. Enchanted, that's even worse. Evil infused. No. No, maybe not. Steel is not good. You know what? I'm going to go with manual in again because I can. Just because we'll play it safe while we don't know what we're doing. And that requires 4. Damn it, I sent it back. Let me just pull this together. So we've got a pipe, we've got the laser, which can be made up of various things like infinity, fluix crystal, emeraldic. No, clear with some of these. Refined glowstone, laser palace, chaos. Yeah, let me see how we can get these together, and I'll see what we get and come back in a moment, because I don't want to spend all episode just fighting to get this laser gun done. All right, in the end, I went with manual in tough rod, manual in battery, emeraldic pipe, which has got a good durability. It's not quite as good as some of them, and a emeraldic laser, which has got a damage of 10 and a range of 24. And that should right, how do we get you charged? It isn't firing. Why? I'm disappointed. Why are you not firing? I want you to fire. Shoot things. You have a charge. Why are you not bloody firing? I mean... nothing. Alright, hang on a second then. Let's have a quick look at the controls. I'm going to be gutted if this doesn't work now. Let's have a look for plus. No, okay. Search key or category. What's the difference? Category, maybe. Activate brown magic. Don't think it's brown magic, is it? No. I am somewhat confused. Applied energy sticks, build bits and chisels and bits, client tweak, craft tweaker, cyclic key binding, dark steel, evil craft, extra utilities. I mean, I would expect it to be under plus tick, would be the obvious place. Change tool, release, set portal, alt comma. Yeah, I'm doing. Oh, okay. Alt comma, attack. I can see that has got a charge. I don't understand. I do not understand this. It is confusing. If I go out of here, will I find anything to shoot? Otherwise, I'm just going to feel completely diddled. And well, I know where there will be things to shoot. They are unfortunately villagers, but we can afford to lose 1 or 2. They are kind of self. Oh, okay, wow. I have to say I like that. It seems peculiar. You do have to have like a bead on them, but hello, anybody want to help me test my laser? Anybody? Yeah, I think they've heard. I think word's got round. Somehow. Just call me Alright, so if I alt comma to block smelt. Oh, it actually breaks it and cooks it. Interesting. Excuse me, sir. You're dead. Knock knock. Who's there? Laser. Laser who? Sorry. Alright, I'm going to behave myself now and get back to the job at hand. We have successfully tested that. I don't want any of that crap. Or that, really. Or that. I will, however, keep that block of red matter because that's quite pricey. Right, let's get back to the job at hand. The job at hand is we need to start getting moving forward with our Botania. And we were fairly lucky that we had a bit of a head start with all the lotuses we've got, but the black lotuses, they came from loot boxes and so on and so forth, and we really did the bare minimum. Now, we made a rather nice home for Botania, and during the live stream we employed a few bits and pieces from the thing, such as the luminizer there, which you just jump on, get across and shift off there. And we've got a reasonable amount of mana over here. We have very little left over there. Hey, oh, oops. Yeah, there is a slight downside to the luminizer. However, in here, I brought over the wireless, the network. We've got a transmitter back here, bringing it in. We've got a wireless transmitter there. We should probably, what have we got in the way of doors there? Have we got any? We've got that door. And what have we got in the way of, say, levers or switches? Have we got anything that even looks like a hidden pretend lever? I don't want a self-resetting lever. Sneaky lever. Remote lever. What about a... sorry, let's tell you what. I'm worrying too much about this. This is such a thing that, you know, we just need to go. So if we ever want to go back and work on the thing, bang, we're done. Lovely. Now, I've hollowed the space out a little bit further, and I have made this monstrosity. So this monstrosity is Riskable's automatic rune generator, made with copper blocks and signs to indicate the things that I don't currently have. I also only have one piece of living rock, which in itself is a bit of a downer. So the first thing we need to do is get a automated living rock and living wood system put in place. So I had a little bit of a think about this. We've got space over here to do it, and we could actually go back, and I may actually go back a little bit further. Maybe take this right back out of the way, because we don't want to be too cramped. And as long as we are reasonably far back here, that's fine. We'll have that. That can go there. Grab one of those lights and you can go just there. Okay. So we're going to grab a bit of dirt. Dirty dirt. Well, we'll go with coarse dirt, because that way we don't have to worry about the grass spreading onto it and then getting constantly updated as we break that. And that is going to go there. And then I experiment with a few options, and the one I kind of came down on the side of was auto places, which are simple, they're very cheap. If we can just get in there and have a look at the recipe. Hang on, let's go back in there. Show me the recipe. Damn you. Auto placer, the recipe is Palace Crystal, Basic Coil, Cobblestone. Very cheap, easy to make. And these will just go down like that, all the way around. We're going to have a Pure Daisy, which will be there, and that will just sit in the middle. And we are going to have an input chest of some description over here. So if I would say go with a crate, Wooden storage crate should be more than adequate, so we can come in here and that could go there. Now from that point in, what we need to do is get down beneath this and see whether we can't get this to work. I think this will work the way I think it will, but it may not. And what we should probably do here is just provide a little bit of illumination. It's not necessary because obviously this will be blocked off eventually. And then I want some item conduit. And I'm going to want more of that, so make me a good stack. That should be plenty. And then we can come over here, we can get our item conduit down there, and that can come all the way down and around here. Now this is where the fun starts. So this is an extract and it is round robin and it is always active. That's key. This is an insert with no extract. This one is also an insert, no extract, so on. Insert with no extract, and no, that's not what I wanted. Where's my things? There. Similarly, insert, 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 and insert. So all things being equal, if I were to go and get 8 pieces of wood, so if I go and get some log, let's just go 8 oak, for example, and take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, put them into there, I would expect them to get shared out equally amongst these, but they haven't. That's not, that's so annoying. Why are you not round robbing ringing then? Okay, what have we got that we can match the quantity? What have we got in filters? Advanced item filter, limited item. What does that do? Based on their stack size in addition to the feature of the advanced item filter. Okay, so we need a basic item, and we need to make that into an oh god, here we go. Has that got, before I go any further, that doesn't have a, but that doesn't have, damn you. I don't understand why that is not round robbing-ing. Because that is round robin enabled. On this that channel, so that should. Don't know, what can we do with that filter? Have we got anything we can do with that? Whitelist, match metadata, and it's not going to help. Alright, let me just double check what I can do. There's got to be a way that I can limit the amount of items going into each thing, so let me just check that. Be back in a second. Alright, I think we're kind of going to have to draw the line and go, this is, I can't get this to round robin. I can't figure out why it won't do it. It's probably something really stupid, but given that I want to move on with this, I'm quite happy to go with that as is, because the next thing we need is a destroyer, isn't it? I think one of these. Actually, we need 8 of these. These are relatively inexpensive to make, but I do need 8 more of those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I meant 7 more of those. That will give me 8 of those, and if we can get into, I don't know, come in from the back here maybe, and then come back this way, perhaps. Just trying to figure out where I am. That'll do us. And then we need some cable. I'm still getting used to the fact I've now got wireless. You know what it's like, you go for so long playing in a series when you don't have wireless, and then all of a sudden you do have wireless. No, that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to do that. No, I did the same thing again. Okay, let me get back here and do that and that. I figure that we can live with this, because again we're doing a lot of AFKing, so it really isn't the end of the world if I'm going to bring you down there, just because I don't like that connecting up to that wireless point. And then what I would like to do is we'll stick a block here, 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 and here. And we're going to take these, which these are the destructors. And that is going to go there. Now we realistically need to take that out of the link for a moment. I wish I could get that cable. I'm not going to lose any sleep over it though, because what we really need is some stone, cobble. Let's get a couple. In fact, let's get multiple stacks of that, all of them in fact, why not? And I would also like some oak. We'll have 3 or 4 stacks of that, and we're just going to whack, for starters we are going to whack one of those down and one of those down. I'm just going to let that do its work. Once we've got the materials from that, then I will be back. Alright, so we should have a living rock and a living wood. And now we can come into here and go to this one, and we can whitelist living rock and living wood. Repeat that for all of these. Reconnect that up, and then it will only break these. So let me get that done. I'll be back in a sec. Okay, we should be good to load this up with stone and logs, and it doesn't really matter what order it does it in, it's going to work and do the thing that we want it to do, which is obviously place these, run them in the background for a while, and then zap them. Now the first thing we are going to want out of this, apart from all of these things, in here there is a Wander the Forest. That's a dropper. This is, if you want to know how this is, just look at Riskable. His tutorial for this is excellent, dead easy to follow. I've followed it multiple times, and as this stands, if I were to finish it off and put chests and everything on, it would work exactly as expected. So that in itself is pretty straightforward. Now I'm wondering, there's a few things I'm not entirely sure about how to trigger stuff off, but we need to make a few things anyway. But as you can see, doing all the work for us and putting it straight into here. Now it did occur to me that I could export out of here and into and straight to the, I could have put the opposite, a creator, the opposite of the destructor underneath. But then I would have to start playing with level controls to turn things on and off, and I really couldn't be bothered. It was much easier just to go and put a storage crate there, fill it with everything we want to know, let this do its thing, and forget about it. So, runiculture. What's involved in a runiculture? A mana diamond or a mana pearl? Now I do believe I have, and I really do believe I should also be putting all of this back, but let's get that made. And then we can place that in place of this thing here. So we have a runiculture. Now we also need a hovering hourglass, a daffodil, and a hovering hopper hock. We also need more living rock to go in there, but that's fine. So hovering hourglass, what's involved with that? I don't think there's a huge amount actually. I think we can almost do that. The only thing we're missing is the mana glass, and we only need 2 pieces of that, and I'm fairly certain we have enough to throw that together out of there. So again, take out this particular component and pop that in. As it stands, doesn't really have anything major in it. I think we just went with normal sand in there, didn't we, off the top of my head? Let's have a look. If we put a block of sand in that. Oh yeah, you need to move. Can't be having that. Now question, can I turn you off with its own redstone signal? Because at the moment what I tend to do, what is a sneaky lever? I'm just curious. Doesn't seem to do anything. I can't remember whether you can turn this thing off with a lever or not, but it would be ideal if you could. No, I don't think you can. I think the only way to turn that off is to remove that. That's annoying. We need to work out how to get around that. I need to double check all that stuff. However, we've got that, and you know, when we need it, we've got the block of sand ready to put in there. So the next thing we need to start playing with is the hopper hock and the daffodil. Let's have a look at the hopper hock for starters. I think that is fairly straightforward. The hopper hock needs a rune of air. That's our thing. So we need some of that, and some of these bits. Okay. I need to start pulling that together then, and a very small amount of things and some living rock. Let me start pulling some stuff together. I'll be back in a moment. Okay, so all things being equal, and they should be reasonably equal. If I get this thing going now, and if I go and pop that on, and that on, and that on, that, and that, we should have the means to make the rune of air. And we've got that ready to throw on, and that ready to bat it with. So at the moment we're entirely manual, but we've got the means to make that. That's good. Now we need I need a pair of shears, because we need to take one of them and throw that. Let me just put the shears away into this mana pool, and I'm really hoping we have enough here for what we need to do. That was not what we needed to do. I was on the right track. I always make this mistake. We need to take a piece of grass. I shall have that one for no reason whatsoever. And we need to combine it with redstone. Of course we do, because it's a redstone root. It's not a mana root. It's a redstone root. So we've got a redstone root, we've got a rune of air, and then using you, we are going to make a hopper hock by going with 2 grey and 2 light grey. Okay. Wow. What have we got? What have we got? Have we got anything in there that we need? No, let's go. I'll put that away while we're at it and go in there, and I need a light grey and a grey. Bang and bang, and that. Oh, what did I do with my petal apothecary? Is it in here? If I were a petal apothecary, where would I be? I'm fairly certain I didn't hide it anywhere, did I? This is what happens when you forget what the hell you've been doing for... There you are. I knew we'd find you eventually. Right, so that wants to come with us as well. doesn't want to be up there. And we shall place you, I don't know, we shall place you maybe here. Have some water. And then we can go to you, 1, 2, 1, 2, and I need a seed. Oh, I keep on forgetting wireless. Actually, I do need that pasture seed, so thank you. So armed with that, we can. Armed with that, let me do that again. What am I doing? I'm losing myself. We can make a floating blue flower, and a floating blue flower, we need a flower which is glimmering. Okay, glimmering. That's easy. We shall go in. We need to be in here. What have we got a hell of a lot of? We have got a hell of a lot. Well, we haven't got a hell of a lot of anything, to be honest. But we'll go with green. There we go. And we shall grab a couple of glow. And that will make a glimmering variety of those. And we can use that with a block of dirt and a pasture seed. Dirt and pasture. And then we should be able to go pasture, dirt, glimmering to make that. Combine those two together makes me a floating hopper hock. Now this is a refinement on my part, and then we need an inventory. Now we're using black, so if I go with an ender chest, have I got one? No, but I have got them in the storage system. Once we have the, let me turn that off. Once we have the tablet, the next stage of the Project E, we won't have to come back to these. And in fact, we don't really need to come back to these anyway. We can take one of those and we can take it down there because the storage values are all linked. So we don't need to, we can have multiples of these just scattered around. So for example, that one can go there. And I could go, I would like an ender chest, and we want that. And then I want some ink, and I want 1, 2, 3. And what we shall do is we shall come in here, take that out, and then we should be able to place that there with a black. And we can come and take you out and you out, and we can place the floating hopper hock there. So what this will do is it will pick up any living rock and put it into this hopper, and it will put anything else into that ender chest, which will go straight back into the system. Daffodil, and then we're good. Let's have a look what's involved in a daffodil, shall we? And let's get me off caps lock as well. Rune of Air, we're still good. Redstone root, that's just, we just need to do the same again. So we're okay for the time being. And redstone. And I get rid of those and that for now. Redstone root, a rune of air. Then we need 2 whites, a brown and a yellow. Okay, let's have a look what we got for start. Why is that empty now? Use while sneaking. Hang on. Because I inadvertently transferred everything over into there. Okay, that's fine. At Botania. Now it needed to be in there anyway, so I wanted a yellow. White. I don't know whether I've got any. Let's have a look. 1. That's not good. Okay, so we're going to have to make some more white petals. Bit of bone meal. let me get this shortage addressed and I'll be right back with you. Alright, so all things being equal, 1 daffodil. And if we place you here, we should be able to, can we see, you are flowing that, you're in the right direction, it's blowing that way basically. Now currently it's not blowing at all, and in a moment that will get picked up, and now my Wander the Forest has gone into here, which is fine. So how do we utilize this? Now my thoughts are simple enough. We need to say I want to make a rune of air or rune of water. We need a fishing rod, some sugarcane and bone meal, mana steel, mana powder and runic altar. Now mana powder is going to be awkward, and we're going to need to automate that somehow. Now the obvious way to automate that is a dropper. We say I need mana powder, we have a open crate over a mana pool with mana in it, which then gets picked up by that, and in fact that is actually fairly easy, I think. So if we were to go and do a couple of those, we should be able to get an open crate, which we can, let's just get that there, we'll put you on top of that. So right, what we need then is 2 ender chests. I want to make this fairly obvious, so if I go with a light blue, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now there's no reason particularly light blue other than it kind of matches the colour of the powder. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Take you. I should have just put that one in place, shouldn't I? But it doesn't really matter. And put you. Do I need to? I probably do need to. Doesn't just automatically push out like that, does it? So we probably need to do something like this. And then we need to take you. Now, obviously, this mana pool isn't a particularly good source of mana at the moment. Bear in mind that we're going to be stocking this up quite dramatically. So, if we were to say, I want a processing menu. Oh, God, hang on. I need some redstone. Can I get some redstone, please? And I want to put a piece of redstone. No. Clear. I want to put a piece of redstone, and it will generate a process. It will generate me a mana powder. Then what we need is we're going to need to make a crafter. Make me just one of those will be fine for now. And then we'll need to go up to the server room. I don't think I'm going to get this all done this episode, by the way. I think, but that's fine because it gives me something to do on stream, which is always a bonus. Everybody loves it when you have something to do on stream. So what we'll do is we shall come in here. We will come, actually not in there, we'll just come straight through. We'll get a bit of cable again. Haven't got any. Let me get my wireless thingy. Cable. Bring you in there. We're going to take our crafter like so, and we are going to make you go and output to that, and you are going to be making that stuff. So in theory, if I were to go into my thingy and go, I want some mana powder, and say I want 3, I would expect that to drop them, and immediately we'll go over just so we can see that a little bit better actually in action. But that is one thing in the bag. Mana steel we don't need to worry about, we've got a chicken that poops that. So let's go back here, let me get some mana and say I'd like two, just two of those. And then this picks the hopper hock here, picks that up and puts it back in the system. Yes, that works. Excellent. Okay. Okay. So armed with that, what we then need to do is we need to teach it how to make a rune. Now I'm going to just do one, I think, for now. So we're going to do a rune of water. What's the easiest one? What have we got that we have everything for that is dead easy to get? You see, none of them actually are. That's probably the easiest, because what we can do is take it off being a processing menu, and then we're going to say I want to make some wool, rune of air, that. So that makes one wool, and then we can say I need to make that. That makes your carpet. And then if we go with a processing menu, God, how am I going to do this? I need to make another rune of air, don't I? Hang on. Let me just go put this away, and I shall be back in a second once I've got the next rune of air, because I need to tell it what it's making and how to make it. So I'll be back in a sec. Alright, I've just recorded the sound of that dispenser ticking, and I've just used a normal clock from Ender.io. So I've put that into the portable sound dampener, and that goes into my body slot. And that is that solved. Excellent. And we can take a whole, well, we don't need to take a whole bunch of that living rock. We can just put a little bit of that in there, and that's good for now. Now I've got the stuff we need to make this pattern. So what we need is, this is a processing thing which needs a feather, a string, a carpet, a mana steel, a thingy, and it makes 1, 2 of those. Now we need to make another crafter. Oh, it helps if I hit the right button. Thank you. And we are going to need 2 more ender chests. Which are going to be, I don't know, what shall we go for on this one? See, these are going to go here. One there. And then the other one will go at the other end. And it is going to have a colour. And I think we shall go pink. Why pink? Why not? So we've got a pink one there, if you're part of the expression. And we have got a now this is what I don't know how this is going to work out. There is one side of this which I really have got no idea on, and that is how it's going to deal with the stacking issue, because Riskable's design worked off a very simple premise, and that is that you laid out the layout of what you wanted. So if I ask it for one craft of a thing, so if I come, you see, you've already emptied a whole load of stuff, haven't you? So right, that's easily sorted. There you go. It just started dumping stuff out because it really didn't know what. Oh no, I'm probably using. Was I using white for something else, or I don't know. Anyway, doesn't matter. We've got the thing. It's all set up. In theory, I should be able to now come over to here and say I would like a rune of air, and make me just the one. Thank you very much. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now when this is running, the comparator comes on, this all switches off, the daffodil is now running, and the hopper is dropping living rock, and it is being picked up by the twofer and popped back into here as it then gets turned off. Eventually the daffodil will pick, oh sorry, the hopper hock will pick all that living rock back up, and in here we should have 2 runes. So now here's a question: what happens if I ask it for 4? That's done both, damn it. Okay, that's fine, that is fine. We just need to cancel it all, and we can take all of that out. That's fine, I can live with that. So as long as I know not to ask for multiples, that will work. The question is, can I make it work in another way that is better? I'm going to guess that my time is coming a bit low, so let's have a look how long we've been going. Yeah, I've gone about an hour, which is, I'm getting on to live stream length here, so apologies for the length of this one. I did want to try and get these 2 things done. We're almost there. I just think we need to work out how to make it play a little bit stronger in that kind of, you know, way that we want it to play. But for the most part, I'm happy enough with that. That is just doing exactly what I want. Not exactly the way I want it to do it, but you know, there are limitations. You have to accept that there are going to be limitations. Otherwise, you know, we'll never get anywhere. But this works. Our compressed cobble is ludicrous, so yeah, I'm really not worried about that right now. So until the next live stream, thank you very much for watching, guys, and I will see you soon. Bye for now.